Subjectivity Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Family, make sure you download the YouTube app if you want to get your alerts. I talked to the folks at YouTube. They said that half of you guys, like literally half of y'all, half of my subscribers, have not downloaded the app on their phone, on their mobile devices. And that is the only way for you to get to the alerts. If you you have to download the actual app on your mobile device and then select notifications. Make sure you select all notifications, otherwise you may not get any. I'm not going to hold you real long on this, fam, at all, but I did want to jump in here real quickly and speak on this because this is a reoccurring topic, right? And it's been happening for years and years and years. Actually, as long as I remember comedy, watching comedy, things like this have been surfacing. These type of topics have been surfacing. A lot of people are mad at Eddie Griffin right now because Eddie Griffin, in a recent stand-up, discussed Malcolm Jamal Warner's death, and there were some parts in his routine where people thought it was distasteful, specifically the part where he talked about Eddie really being, Malcolm Jamal Warner, who recently died, really being Bill Cosby's son, because he was dead. You know, he believes he was murdered. It's like, why would anybody want to kill this dude? He's literally the nicest mother effer in the world. And so he didn't understand why anybody would want him dead. And he went on to say he really is Bill Cosby's son. Now, he said that his real life son dead and his TV son dead. And people start laughing, and there were people who were online saying that that was distasteful. They were saying that, it was too soon. Eddie don't believe that Malcolm was killed. Remember, Eddie played on a sitcom with Malcolm. He starred on a sitcom with Malcolm called Malcolm and Eddie, a successful sitcom. So he knew Malcolm pretty well. And he said that, they're changing the stories too much. That's why he don't believe that Malcolm died. He believed Malcolm was killed. He said that they're changing the stories too much. First, the daughter was on the beach watching. Then the daughter was swimming. They're just changing the stories too much. He said, and they just happen to have a doctor on the scene. And I guess a few other things that threw him off, that made him question whether or not Malcolm was really, that Malcolm really drowned. So he don't believe that Malcolm drowned. He believed that Malcolm was killed. I don't know why anybody would want to pick that type of way to kill somebody. A lot of people, there were other people, several people out there in that water at the time. If you really are serious about killing and you on some hitman type stuff, there's a lot of much more easier ways to take somebody out, from what I understand, from what I heard, so I don't know if you've seen the video. Maybe you need to check it out. If you haven't seen it, maybe you should check it out. And hey, tell me what you think about it. Do you believe that? Do you believe it's too soon to start, making Malcolm Jamal Warner jokes? Is it too soon? Give me a thumbs up if you think it's too soon. Thumbs down if you say, no, man, comedy is comedy, man. That's what comedians do. They laugh at pain. They laugh at tragedy. I'm gonna go ahead and play the video for you guys right now. Let's see. Well, I gotta pull it up. Let me pull it up. Oh man, it's asking for way too much information. Okay, well maybe I'll pull it up anyway. Let's see. No, it's giving me too many issues. Y'all can pull it up, fam. If you want to really watch it, you can pull it up. But in any event, fam, that's no funny. Someone has died. That's not funny. Okay, so D-Lock say that's not funny. What China saying? What? Because DC, what up? Shiny Clark, appreciate you. That's Sean Clark, appreciate you, Sean. Yeah. T. Gallagher, what it do? Yeah, fam. Like I remember when Elvis died and Eddie Murphy did his special. It wasn't long after. It wasn't long after Elvis died that I saw that special. Elvis died. When was that? Elvis died. I believe that was 77. Well, I guess it was a few years. Yeah, that was a few years that went by. Several years that went by after before he did his special, before Eddie Murphy did his special. But in fact, let me just make sure here. Eddie Murphy, I believe that was Raw. Or was Delirious. Let's see, Delirious. Okay, Delirious was in '83, and I believe Elvis died in '77. Yeah, August 16, 1977. So, and let me make sure that this is the special that I'm sourcing here. Yeah, that was Delirious. So that was like what, 6 years later? 6 years later. So that some time had went by before he started joking about it. Because Eddie Murphy was actually joked about his death. He joked about the manner in which he died, I was like, damn, you know. I didn't even find it funny. And I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Elvis. Um, but I didn't find it funny. I didn't find it funny at all. But there was an entire audience of people laughing. I'm sure somebody took exception. If nobody else took exception, I'm sure his children took exception to it. I'm sure his family, his loved ones took advantage to it. Hold on, I got me one. Don't come over here cracking jokes and shit on me, bro, because I'm not no comedian. So I'm gonna give you one chance, and then that's it. Don't come on here cracking no jokes. Say that goofy shit for a comedian. Yeah. Ruth Tahada says, do you think it's okay to make jokes like this? Look, fam, I'm a comedian. I'm a comedy connoisseur, right? I like to watch comedy. I got a lot of comedic friends. I got a lot of friends who are comedians, and you know, sometimes we bump heads on content. Like on what's cool to say, what's not to say, and it just depends on the comedian. But most comedians, they're going for the joke. Most comedians is going to, if there's a joke there, most comedians are going to exploit it. And, whether it's funny or not is subjective. But, most comedians will exploit that joke. If it's a joke there, they're going to exploit it. And I'm saying even some of the best comedians are going to go there. That's not my cup of tea. That's just not my cup of tea. Like, now, however, if it's somebody I just don't like, I don't give a damn, man, smash the gas. I don't care what they say about him. I don't care what, I'm a laugh. So I don't care. But I guess if it's somebody that I like, that I care about, somebody I admire, that I respect, then that's different. So yeah, so comedy, comedy is subjective, Some people found it fun, obviously some people found it funny because there were people in the audience laughing. So some people find it funny, some people don't find it funny. It's up to the comedian if the comedian want to take that chance and risk getting that smoke that come with it. Because for the people that agree, they laugh and then it's over. For the people that disagree, they're gonna hold your feet to the fire. And you might have to, it might take you a few weeks, a few days. It might take you a few months. It might take you several years. It may take you your entire career. It might mar your legacy. Certain jokes that you tell, it might come back to haunt you for the rest of your career. So the comedians just have to take that chance. Now, I will say this: the really, really good comedians, they take risk. They take big risk. And that, making a joke about Malcolm's death, that was a big risk. Angela Dadnack, what's up? Yeah, I ain't seen you in a few days. Yeah. I'm like a teacher that know all his students. I'm like one of them teachers that know all his students. Like, yeah, where you been? I'm gonna call you out by name. If I see you walking down the hallway, hey, you missed my class today. I thought you was absent. Yeah, I'm that teacher. I know all my students. I know all my subscribers. At least the ones who are always in the live. I know the ones who are in the live all the time. I know though any of you that's in the live all the time, I'm gonna get to know you. Like Ruth. I know Ruth. I know her. If I see your name in that live all the time, I'm gonna get to know you. I'm gonna remember. African Pride, that's another one. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's up, Boston in the house. But that's what's up, fam. You know, Eddie Griffin took it there. You know, he's like, he also talked about, I guess somebody made some kind of comment about, you know, killing celebrities or whatever. And Eddie was like, man, they tried to kill me. He thought somebody tried to kill him. He said something about how they had to put those jumper cables on him, you know, and, you know, bring him back. Yeah. But yeah, on a personal note, I think it was too soon for me. You know, I didn't find the joke funny. I didn't find it funny, but there were, like I say, other people in the audience that did find the joke funny. And, you know, I don't know how many people that was in that audience, but there seemed to be a pretty loud, a lot. The laughter was pretty loud. Let's just put it like that. You know, so I don't think you have to. I don't think somebody like a comedian have to worry too much when they're going in front of their audience. Like he's in front of his audience. He knows his audience. His audience knows him, and they accept him just as he is. So, you know, they didn't have a problem with saying I ain't buy a ticket. So, you know, my opinion don't even count really. But I just want to talk about this because this is a topic that comes up often when people die. Comedians make jokes about it. They make jokes about it. And even though his joke was kind of tempered with you know, some seriousness, right? You know, he's like, hey, you know, I don't believe he died. There's too many different stories. And you know, that's what comedians do, though, fam. They make fun of pain. You know, that's what they do. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Till next time, fam. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.